Leading the way in the Bundesliga over the winter break, it's the colour red.
Arjen Robben!
Bayern are out on their own at the top. A familiar scenario, but for a while it seemed a very unlikely one.
It's crazy. This has got to be a first.
Turbulence, touchline turnovers and some fabulous football.
It's an outstanding achievement.
From flop to top, Bayern's rollercoaster season so far. For Bayern, the start of the season meant business as usual. Carlo Ancelotti's side beat Dortmund in the Super Cup and won their first 2 Bundesliga outings.
And there is the season's first goal, Niklas Süle.
It's a piece of exquisite skill from Robert Lewandowski.
The first crack appeared on match day 3 with a 2-0 defeat at Hoffenheim. Not at all to the record champions' taste.
We can't let it throw us, but it's a warning shot.
There was worse to follow. Keeper Manuel Neuer suffered the recurrence of a foot injury that would sideline him for the rest of the year. A serious blow to an already unsettled team. Against Wolfsburg, Bayern squandered a 2-0 lead, and for the first time in 6 years, the pressure was mounting.
Wolves play better than us, and at the end they deserve to win.
At the end of September, Bayern sank to a 3-0 defeat at Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. It would be Ancelotti's last game in charge.
We got together after the game and talked about where it should go from here. The first decision was to part with Carlo Ancelotti. That left the question of who would succeed him, and the list really wasn't very long.
The surprise solution? Jupp Heynckes. Sprung out of retirement 4 years after leading Bayern to the treble, and as clear-eyed as ever about the task in hand.
My job is to put together a team who play as a proper collective again, and who are always working towards a specific target. At the moment, it's all about turning things around.
Heynckes, ready to get to work on the Bayern deficit.
Obviously, Dortmund are already 5 points clear, just 7 games into the season. And the way they're playing at the moment, it'll be very hard to knock them off the top.
The master, Jupp Heynckes, back in harness as Bayern's head coach.
With Heynckes at the helm, Bayern immediately got back to winning ways. The veteran coach started his 4th stint in charge with 8 straight wins in all competitions, including 2 in the league against top rivals Leipzig and Dortmund.
Robert Lewandowski, what a remarkable finish.
One thing I think is very important is that he knows the club. He knows how things function here. And that's exactly what we need at the moment.
Just as the results improved under Heynckes, so too did the performance level of the players. Joshua Kimmich is on 6 assists, a mid-season personal best. Kingsley Coman has stepped out of Arjen Robben's shadow and signed a new contract until 2023.
The rebound is in from Kingsley Coman.
Sven Ulreich, deputising for Manuel Neuer, bounced back from the odd early blunder. He's kept 6 clean sheets. No other keeper has managed more this season.
He's playing better and better, with ever more confidence. And he's giving orders at the back now, which is just what we want.
At the other end, Robert Lewandowski is in great form even by his own prolific standards. 15 goals in 17 games. The Polish ace has never scored more in the first half of the campaign.
He's scored 30 in each of the past 2 seasons. That's an incredible strike rate. And now, he's already on 15. We're just glad he plays for Bayern.
And now Lewandowski's been joined by Sandro Wagner from Hoffenheim. The former Bayern youth player adds yet more firepower to the Bayern front line. Now 11 points clear at the top, the competition face a mighty challenge to try and knock Bayern off their accustomed perch. The Bundesliga is lit up red again.